Hi, today we will be discussing office ergonomics. Um, First of all, our learning objectives are name and define ergonomics and its office workspace related terms, understand how ergonomics can benefit you and the organization, recognize the risk factors that can lead to a workplace injury, identify and report the early symptoms of musculoskeletal disorder, and design an ergonomically healthy workstation. First off, ergonomics is the science of fitting the job to the worker. And the next definition is musculoskeletal system, which is the organ system that provides support, form stability, and movement to the body. And it is made up of bones, muscles, ligaments, tendons, cartilage, joints, and other connective tissue that supports and binds tissues and organs together. Um, our third and final definition will be the musculoskeletal disorders. Basically, this is an injury or a strain to your musculoskeletal system, and it is defined by the CDC as injuries or disorders of the muscles, nerves, tendons, joints, cartilage, and spinal discs. On to a third slide, types of musculoskeletal disorders. The most common ones in the work office are carpal tunnel syndrome, which I'm sure many of you have heard um, shortened as CTS, and it is a disorder associated with the peripheral nervous system, which includes nerves and ganglia located outside the spinal cord and brain. And this is also the CDC's definition of CTS. The next most common one is back injury and pain. Um, and then arthritis, which is painful inflammation, stiffness of the joints, and then also sprains, strains, and tears. And that was this more general one: elbows, wrists, ankles, necks, all those things. Yeah, on to our next slide. Statistics. Ergonomics. The number one cause of injuries resulting in lost work days in America is overexertion. This is, the number one cause of it is lifting and lowering, repetitive motions, which, and then, uh, and then on to the next stat, back injury and pain. In 2001, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported 372,683 back injury cases involving days from work. In carpal tunnel, there are 27,000 CTS cases resulting in days away from work. Um, And then in 1999, nearly 1 million workers suffered musculoskeletal pain and or lower upper back pain that resulted in time away from work. And then in 2014, the median amount of days a worker who sustained MSD had to stay away from work before returning was 13 days. So as you can see, this can have big impacts on both you and the workplace. Um, and the benefits of ergonomics, increased productivity. And one statistic is in 2003, a study was found that upon implementing into the workplace, a printed circuit assembly factories saved $574,000 in a single year on rejection costs alone because of their ergonomics plan. Um, I guess it just makes you more efficient when you everything's within reach and better um better lifts reach. It's just you're more efficient. And yeah. Another one is less fatigue and just comfort for your musculoskeletal system. And then higher employee satisfaction and less, just like the last one, less discomfort, exertion, and less effort to accomplish tasks, making you more, you know, um, willing to do your work, and because it's less stressful to your body. And then risk factors. How do you see the first step to implementing a good economics plan is understanding the risk factors and knowing how to identify them. Um, some of the risk factors include awkward postures, forceful exertions, not taking enough breaks, lighting, repetitive motions, or reaching, overreaching if it's not within your natural. Do that repetitively. Um, Also, you should be taking at least a break every hour, 20-minute break. Um, Identifying and reporting early symptoms is the next slide. Identifying symptoms. See, two of the blanket symptoms are pain and restricted mobility. If you experience this, you should be able to, you know, um, understand that might be a precursor to MSD. Also numbness, or as you might have heard, pins and needles. Aching and tiredness, especially if persistent at rest. You know, your body shouldn't be aching and feeling tired when you're at rest, nor should it be numb. Pain that worsens with movement, especially if you're doing repetitive movement and there's certain pain somewhere. Please report that to your immediate supervisor. Twitching muscles. Obviously, if you're static or you're at rest, your muscles should not be twitching. And burning sensations is another one because these are obviously strains to our muscles, joints, ligaments, tendons. Um, and then how to report them. According to OSHA, you must report to your supervisor about your injury if it results in either death, days away from work, restricted or transferred to another job, medical treatment beyond first aid, or loss of consciousness. And also, when you report to your immediate supervisor about any of the symptoms that you might have to be concerned about, tell them about the specific tasks that cause pain and the intensity, duration, frequency, and regularity of each task so that they know how to ergonomically design your workplace to fit you or other workers. Um, and our next slide is sorry about that. Designing an ergonomic workstation. And the neutral posture is one of the most important things you should know. And that's when your hands, wrists, and forearms are straight, not rotated, but in the resting position. Arms and elbows low and close to the body. Relaxed shoulders. And obviously, when you are looking at your seating, looking at the ergonomics of that, your body should maintain that position, the neutral posture. And you always want to make sure that your seat is both adjustable both horizontally and vertically so that you can adjust it to your body. Again, can't stress enough designing the workplace to fit the worker. Um, your feet should not be dangling but flat to the ground. Dangling legs can cause circulatory problems, cause them to go numb, things like that. And then your chair should also have lumbar support. If you don't have lumbar support, put a pillow there, a small pillow, so that your back maintains its natural position, which is the S-shaped position. And if you look at the picture, it shows you very much, the natural shape of your back. It should be curved, neither should it be too much of an S shape. Care for your lumbar is not too much. The next one, continued, is your computer station. The screens should be free of glare. Um, Ideally, you want to be 20 to 40 inches away from the monitor. And another big one, key one, I think, is the top of your screen should be no higher than your eye. If you want to take a look at the photo again, it'll shows a good example of what your workspace, your computer workstation should look like, and your environment monitors. One good way to reduce glare is to position your monitors perpendicularly to windows. Your room temperature should be comfortable. Too hot, obviously, your body can overheat and you start sweating. And too cold is also bad as well, as your muscles stiffen, making your nerves and muscles more susceptible to strain and injury. Obviously, you can't do precise movements as well, and yeah, it just causes overall injury as well. So just make sure your room is not too hot, not too cold, but comfortable. Um, and then also lighting as well, same thing, same concept. Too much lighting is bad. Too low is bad on your eyes too. It strains your eyes. So adjust your lighting to where it's comfortable. Um, and then yeah, so that completes all that. So on to testing your knowledge. So it'll be a two-part test, 4 questions, another 4 questions. Question number 1, what are the two blanket system symptoms of MSDS? Question number 2, what does MSD stand for and what parts of the body does it affect? Question number 3, what is the number 1 cause of injury resulting in lost work days? And 2 examples of the benefits of ergonomics. And then second part of the test is name 2 risk factors related to ergonomics. Uh, what is the neutral posture? Following that question is, what is the back's natural resting shape? And question number 8, top of your computer monitor should be no higher than what? What part of your body or what organ? Um, yep. And then On to the answers for that quiz. It is answers part one is um pain and restricted movement is the answer. Uh, yes, pain and restricted movement is the answer to the two blanket symptoms of muscular skeletal disorder. Question number two: what does MSD stand for, and what parts of the body does it affect? Obviously, musculoskeletal disorder and affects your muscles, nerves, tendons, joints, cartilage, and spinal discs. The parts that support your body. Um, and then overexertion is the number one cause of injury, resulting in lost work days or days away from work. Number four, the two examples of the benefits of ergonomics. You can either have increased productivity, higher employee satisfaction, and or less fatigue and discomfort to your musculoskeletal system. Um, and answers to the second part of your test is number five. Name two risk factors related to ergonomics. Um, have either awkward postures, forceful exertions, insufficient rest breaks, lighting, repetitive motions, and or reaching. Um, and question number six, what is the neutral posture? Your hands, wrists, and forearms should be straight, not rotated. Arms and elbows low and close to the body, and relaxed shoulders. Number seven, what is the back's natural resting shape? And it is an S shape, so always remember to keep lumbar on your chair. Um, Question number eight, the top of your computer monitor should be no higher than what? Your eyes. Higher than or lower than you have to either crane your neck, move that, and it can cause injury to your neck or strain to your eye muscles. Um, yeah, but that completes our little brief tutorial on ergonomics in the workplace, more specifically designing an office workspace, computer workstation. Thank you for attending, and have a good day.